It's like 4 years now, but music has always been my therapy, and I've always been a spiritual person. I think in legacy is another thing that, again, another one of those subjects. I touch on legacy and what happened to me as far as like my grandfather, what he was doing with his daughter. He was a pastor, and it's like, I gotta forgive that as well. As hard as that is, it's like, man, like that's deep for me. But what happens is, this is called transgenerational trauma, right? Like what happens is it informs who I am today, because something about him wasn't right. So I was like, man, people in religion are hypocrites. So I sought out religion to say, okay, maybe I'm not a Christian. Let me see, maybe I'm, God body, right? Okay, maybe I'm a Buddhist. Okay, maybe I'm Muslim. So I got a bit of, and then realized, I'm just a spiritual person. Because if you walk into any one of these places, you walk into a mosque, a church, a thing, it's an altar. That's constant. There's God, there's an altar. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, okay, that's what the line for me in my spirit, in my soul, was I'm a spiritual person. I don't know everything that's out there, and I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I know God exists, and I'm cool with that. But I was informed by that because of what the actions that happened with my grandfather, and so and like going to therapy and like just allowed me to see that clearly, and just really put things in place. Like, I know why this triggers me in this thing, because this happened, and shit, that's why. I ain't just wake up one morning with an idea to study the Quran. You know what I'm saying? Where did it come from? Why if everyone in your family is Christian, why aren't you Christian? It's just natural. Like, if you were Democrat, why?
Right.
Because everybody you grew up with is Democrat. You don't ask the question. You know what I'm saying? But because there was some trauma there, it led me to ask the question. I went everywhere and asked the question. Why is it that, why isn't this guy living up to what he said and who he said he is? And then going somewhere else and being like, okay, why doesn't everything in that religion check out? Why doesn't everything in that religion check out? And for me, it was like, okay.